All right, Josh. So, two guys talking comics. What is this? Before I guess we start, because this is our first one.
What? How do you want to start it off? I'm just doing.
I was going to introduce ourselves.
Oh, okay. Do we want to have like an intro?
What's our intro? I figured we would just start off and kind of introduce who we are. And I figure some of our fans will come over, but to the new people.
Yeah. To all the new people watching, welcome to Two Guys Talk Comics. I'm Josh.
And I'm Keegan. Josh, what is, you're from Sound and Reverse, gaming channel.
Yeah, I do gaming. I do comic book related things. Keegan does
ghost hunting,
and
not
book
comic,
reviews.
book reviews. So sometimes comic book related stuff. But for a while we've been talking about getting together and doing a comic book channel, and I think this is the time to start it.
Yeah,
I
think so.
So today we're going to talk about Hitmonkey.
No, we're not. We're going to talk about Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange, because it comes out tomorrow, and we're going to go see it for the midnight release. Josh and I we haven't read a lot. I'll be honest.
No, but I'm super stoked for it because
Benedict Cumberbatch, he's a great actor.
He's also drunk, just so you know.
I'm just super stoked because the Cubs won the World Series, but
they did.
Doctor Strange, I actually do not know a ton about outside of the 4 comics that I've read now. And the 4 comics I read now are all him losing his power.
Yeah.
It started with the current run, Doctor Strange number 12 and 13, and then there's been one kind of one-shot comic, and then one, it's the Sorcerer Supreme number 1. I think Sorcerer Supreme number 1 is probably the best written one right there. Yeah. This is going to be your best written one, I think, by far. I don't know.
I've honestly not read any of the Doctor Strange yet. Mostly haven't had the time. But what I know of Doctor Strange is that when he was doing his first run, it was extremely trippy and very of its time. Like, what, 60s, 70s?
Yeah. Which if you pick up Mystic Apprentice, which came out recently, you actually get like the original Doctor Strange. What I like about Doctor Strange number 1, Sorcerer Supreme, is just kind of it delves into that realm of going through different kind of time frames and different worlds, because even in the comic panels it kind of twists and turns and it doesn't feel like a normal comic book.
That's what I expect from it, honestly. I want to go to it and see like a really weird, like an acid trip on TV or on the movie screen. That's what I really want to see. I want to see something that's different and weird. And I know who's the director?
Let's see. I'm sure if we could find it. I'm actually not sure right off the top of my head. Let's find out. As far as what we've seen, it looks like it's going to really incorporate kind of that other dimensional world. I don't know if
I hope so.
Yeah. Let's see.
How do you think Cumberbatch is going to do in the part? Because he looks the part.
He's
a good actor. He's in Sherlock. Sherlock's pretty good.
He was in, the Star Trek Before Beyond, which not very sold on.
No. I don't know if he was a
the
great
whole
Khan.
Khan, he was okay as Khan. He was more of a you could feel for the villain in the role of Khan because you understood why he was doing it, because he was doing it for his family.
Yeah.
But as far as Khan,
yeah,
and the whole movie as a whole, I think Beyond and the first Star Trek at least was better. At least with this run that we've had.
Yeah. Still really dig the part in the new one.
Yeah, Scott Dickerson is the director for Doctor Strange.
Okay.
He's done The Exorcism of Emily Rose and Sinister, which is actually I
That's
really
where I
enjoyed
knew him
Sinister.
from. Sinister. I was
Yeah.
like, okay.
I actually really enjoyed Sinister. I know a lot of people didn't, but I think as far as one of the few ghost movies that I could actually sit down and watch, that's one of the few. I don't like.
Terrified by horror movies. Absolutely terrified.
I know a lot of people like Paranormal Activity and stuff, but that's just awful in my mind.
There's just nothing like watching a woman get dragged out of her room
By
by
nothing.
nothing.
Wait, is that a chandelier? Oh, it's shaking.
Oh,
God.
God, shaky chandeliers.
All right, so as far as Doctor Strange goes, I know we're kind of. I mean, literally, guys, this is as far as our knowledge goes for Doctor Strange.
But we're excited for it.
We're super excited. We wanted to bring you this on a Wednesday. Usually, we'll probably do this on a Thursday. But we wanted to shoot this before the Doctor Strange movie. So before any like big time movie comes out on a Thursday, we'll probably shoot it on a Wednesday unless we, have the day off.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange, I think I just want to see kind of more of the magic aspect and see something that delves different from Marvel movies that are made by Disney.
Yes.
Because like Deadpool and the X-Men, I think do great because they don't feel like it's from that same universe.
Yeah.
Obviously, because it's not.
Yeah.
But the Marvel movies made by Disney follow a very similar plot. Iron Man and Ant-Man and Thor, pretty much the same movie.
Yeah. Well, I've talked to you about this before. It being owned by Disney. Disney has this thing where they get a formula down. Every Disney movie you guys ever watch, it has the same formula. You get like the fun characters, you get some fun stuff. Then you
get a
like,
really
action
depressing family moment.
The depressing part. Then you get the climax where everything is cleaned up.
Yeah.
And they still do the same thing in Marvel movies. It's a little different, but each movie follows the exact same formula, which isn't necessarily bad because Disney and Marvel, they're really good at
this is what I want to see going forward. Maybe not just in Doctor Strange, but in Marvel in general, is more stakes.
Yeah.
Because I don't see stakes in the Marvel universe.
And they tried to do that with Civil War by having like people get blown up in a building, but you never see.
But the problem is
anything.
like in Civil War, which is very much Batman v Superman, but Marvelized and not at all very much like the comic that it was based off of.
When we say it's Marvelized, we both get that they were being developed at the same time. Just released differently, but they're basically the same.
Maybe one's a little
plot.
bit better than the other.
Yeah, I mean, Civil War has a more like cohesive plot. Unfortunately, Batman v Superman. If you watch my channel, I have a rant about Batman v Superman, the extended edition, because they cut out so damn much of that.
It was infuriating.
It was
really.
infuriating watching the extended edition, having watched the original.
Because you see a lot of stuff that you're like, that would have made the movie better. Why did you cut that out?
Yeah. And I mean, I've heard people say, well, it doesn't make it better.
It does.
It makes it cohesive. When you watch one scene to another scene, it's not jumping from one to the other.
Well, when you're introducing, like, even like Jimmy Olsen was introduced so much better.
Oh yeah.
He may have got a small part as far as the whole DC universe goes, but at least he was introduced. He told what he was and kind of this and that, compared to just It's Okay, Lois, and that's what we got in the theatrical release, which was horrible.
The beginning for the extended edition was a completely different beginning than the theatrical version that we got. Yeah. I am excited for the Suicide Squad extended edition.
I'm excited to see what Jared Leto did because I have a lot of faith in Jared Leto.
I think I'm furious about that. They cut him out.
He was furious, and I think, as you know, going back to not this Halloween but last Halloween, I've been really on board with the whole Jared Leto Joker. I'm not saying he's going to be Heath Ledger or Mark Hamill, but I felt like he could bring a new type of Joker that was really
Jared
good.
Leto is a good actor. Yeah. It's just I wasn't sold by what they did. But Keegan was sold.
I'm sold on anything Joker, let's be honest.
Yeah. But I'm really excited for it because I really want it to win me over. And I feel like if it's anything like the Batman v Superman extended edition where it blew my mind how much different it was. afterwards, I feel like this is gonna change my mind on him.
Well, I think too, if you just watch at least the promo trailers that were released before the film, you could see a lot of the scenes that they cut.
Oh yeah.
You see scenes where Jared Leto's Joker like slaps Harley. You see him with a gun to his head. You see him with a grenade. Half his face is burned. You don't see any of that in the movie.
Yeah, none of that isn't.
A lot of his scenes were cut. I mean, I get why they did it because the Joker in every movie he's been in, where they actually allow him to be the Joker, has taken over that movie.
Yeah.
And they wanted to be on the Suicide Squad and set up those characters and not be on the Joker, I guess, is what I want to say. But I don't know. When you promote and say he's the best Joker ever, you can't just cut him out like that.
No, it was tricky business what they wanted to do, because they wanted to put Harley and they wanted to put the Joker in, and they also wanted to have a Suicide Squad movie. And
which it's very new 52 Harley.
Yeah.
It's not the Harley I guess you and me grew up with in the animated series. Yeah. It's her, she's trying to be independent, she has that kind of love thing with Deadshot. It's that new 52 feel, and Margot Robbie did a great job.
She nailed it.
Yeah, she did great. And there's parts where her voice, I think, really matched up with the animated series.
Yeah. Yeah. Can't remember the actress's name from the animated series. But yeah. Margot Robbie nailed it as Harley. I really liked Will Smith as Deadshot, even though I thought he wasn't gonna be that good, but I feel
was
like
good,
it worked.
But he played himself.
Well, yeah, I mean,
he didn't
Will
play
Smith plays himself
Deadshot, but
in
he
every
played
movie.
Will Smith. Yeah,
I mean, you get Wild Wild West. I don't know. I mean, Will Smith, he always plays Will Smith. Wild Wild West, he's Will Smith.
I Am Legend.
I Am Legend is Will Smith. The only movie he's not Will Smith is in After Earth, and that was an awful movie.
Yeah, because he played
not Will Smith.
A character with no motivation.
He could have been not Will Smith, and it would have sucked.
Well, yeah, if you give M. Night Shyamalan, any reign with a movie, it's going to be awful. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Unbreakable was decent. Sixth Sense was okay, and then after that, nothing.
Yeah.
People like Signs, but, I mean, when your aliens are affected by water, why are they invading a planet full of water?
I like Signs.
Why are you invading a planet full of water if you're allergic to fucking water?
I know, but
makes no sense.
The first time I saw it with the alien, and they're like the kid's sitting in the closet and he's watching the video, and he's
when they're in the basement, when they're in the basement, the alien grabs him. I mean,
no, not that part.
No, when he's watching the video,
but he's watching the video, and then
it's like the Bigfoot video where they're watching
move, kids, move, and then it's basically the Yeti. Shot from those old...
Yeah, from the Patterson film.
Yeah.
No, but the problem with that film was... There's so much wrong with M. Night Shyamalan. Like, he just wants... I don't know where to start. He just wants to throw twists. If it doesn't make the story better, he's just throwing the twist to be like, oh, there's a twist in the movie.
There's something wrong with him when he has,
when you ruin Avatar: The Last Airbender,
and you have so much source material that you could pull from, and you literally have unlimited special effects.
Yeah, Avatar: The Last Airbender is one of those animated series on Nickelodeon where you actually were like, Nickelodeon's trying for once.
Yeah,
it was a great series. I actually got into it, and the third season was amazing. And then you get that movie, and we were just like, the fuck is this?
Don't know what it was.
You're like, it's like vomit in your mouth. It was horrible. I feel like we've gone way off topic from Doctor Strange, but this is great.
Yeah. No, I just to finish up, I had a thought on M. Night Shyamalan.
Okay, M. Night Shyamalan.
He's been trying to do these series things for a while. He tried to do it with Avatar. That didn't pan out. Then he tried to do Devil.
He tried to do After Earth. Yeah.
Yeah. Then he tried to do After Earth. It doesn't work. I just wanted to finish that up because he's awful. And it hurts me.
It hurts us
keeps making films.
Yeah, I mean, he started off as someone that we're like, he could be something good. Sixth Sense, Unbreakable with Sam Jackson, which is in everything. Which were movies you're like, oh, okay, this is a director. And then he just got off course because he's like, The Village. They're in a village, it's 1900s. No, it's modern day village.
Have you seen Lady in the Water?
I choose not to try to see a lot of M. Night Shyamalan movies.
But, yeah. We're excited for Doctor Strange.
We are, but I found something that concerns me about Doctor Strange.
What?
So the director also directed the Day the Earth Stood Still remake.
What?
Alright, so Day the Earth Stood Still was made in the 50s.
Oh, the Day the Earth Stood Still.
It's a great film. Gort, one of the greatest alien, characters of all time. And then they remade him and he was some nanobot creature and it was just so bad compared to the original. So I guess, going in with some skepticism, if you want some skepticism, that's on the palette, But Doctor Strange, I still think it'll be something decent, no lower than a 70%.
Yeah.
Marvel at least gives you a 70% all the time.
Marvel doesn't really do bad.
Yeah, maybe it doesn't
general.
Do a lot of good. I think my top 3 Marvel movies, and this is not just Disney, but Iron Man, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Deadpool. Yeah. So you can see non-Disney movie, at least one in there. Yeah. But yeah, they at least try to give you something coherent, I guess. Compared to the DC EU, where you're like...
Yeah. I am a DC fanboy.
Me too.
But our
movies
DC
are sucking.
Yeah.
Sucking hard. I mean, they give you like in Suicide Squad, they give you that Alan Moore picture with Harley and Joker and their jester and their suit, which is really beautifully done, and I loved it as a Joker fan, but the whole movie as a whole, Enchantress, was horrible, and I don't like Cara Delevingne.
No, I didn't feel it in certain parts, especially Enchantress. It was basically...
The problem with magicians is you have no idea what their power source is, and you don't know what their limit is. So you're now sending a girl with a bat and a giant crocodile thing and a guy that can shoot really well against some magical being that really can do anything. Yeah. And makes no sense. They really should have... Like, Assault on Arkham, I think, would have been a better storyline, because
that
at
would have
least
been amazing if they
them
had
going up against the Riddler, the Riddler's, strengths and weaknesses, his, max strength that he can go up against. Mm-hmm. You know his limitations. Enchantress, you don't get that limitations.
Yeah. It's too difficult to be like, okay, well, what's her weakness? They never really...
It's a bomb, by the way.
Other than...
They literally throw a bomb at a magical being and it works. And
that's it. You just need like 5 bricks of C4.
Woo! I think it was TNT too.
just 5 sticks of TNT.
Yeah, they just threw the TNT in it. Honestly, it was horrible. That whole third act, I was just hoping the whole time that Joker would show up.
Although Diablo, he got a pretty cool scene.
Yeah, Diablo as a whole was a character I think we thought would be crap.
But he ended up...
Him and Slipknot. When that picture was released, we were like, yeah, he's going to be crap. Oh, Shadow. Shadow's trying to... Look at him. How could you resist a cute little cat face? Look at that.
Shadow, you're not in the podcast.
He's just...
No!
He's super excited because the Cubs won. Look at him. He's so excited right now. No, but I mean, you and me, when we first saw that picture, there was mixed reactions. We honestly, most of it was positive, but we definitely thought Slipknot and Diablo would be the characters died. Spoiler alert, they did. But
it's
Diablo,
gonna be out on DVD in like a month or 2.
I think comes out next week or week after.
Yeah. So
it comes out on the extended cut, and we'll do a review for that. We'll do a review for Doctor Strange, so you guys can see what we want or what we thought about it. Mm-hmm. But Diablo, I think, was a character that really was one of the better written ones. I know a lot of people like Will Smith, but he was Will Smith. He wasn't Deadshot.
Yeah, Deadshot
Harley was good.
Harley was great.
Diablo was in there. I'm trying to think. Croc was okay.
Croc was like, you need a big guy to show off that he was the whole big guy.
Yeah. They were literally trying to make the Avengers or the Guardians of the Galaxy out of Suicide Squad, and it was weird.
Speaking of Guardians of the Galaxy,
Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
I want to see it.
I'm
but
excited.
They're keeping the trailer under wraps, and it's annoying.
We've seen tidbits, and we've seen little baby Vin Diesel running around, which looks cool. I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy, like I said, one of my top 3 favorite Marvel movies.
That used to be my favorite one. Then Deadpool came out, and that took the spot.
Which you
Even
probably
though
can't
that's
see,
not
but
Disney,
Josh
but
has this giant Deadpool picture,
Yeah.
right there.
it's amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
Deadpool.
adore Deadpool because
Deadpool led me to Hitmonkey. I'm just gonna say that right there.
No more Hitmonkey. We'll talk about Hitmonkey next time, Keegan.
Okay, next time.
Next time we'll talk about Hitmonkey. Did you want to talk about any of these other amazing comic books?
Yeah, but we're on Doctor Strange because this is our Doctor Strange themed episode. But we're gonna go in some DC.
No
some
one
more
talk about how Bane comes back, or Constantine, or Batman, or the DC Rebirth,
Josh is literally
or
just
Old Man
going through
Logan.
our
or more Old
script
Man
right now.
Logan. What about the Old Man Logan trailer?
All right, so the Logan trailer, not Old Man Logan, because it's not.
Oh yeah, sorry, it's Logan, not Old Man Logan.
Yeah, it's not 100%. What do you get from the Logan trailer? I mean, obviously, Old Man Logan's been made once and then made a second time.
I really liked in the Red Band trailer. He shoves his middle blade through some guy's head,
and it comes out the top.
Yeah,
it's great.
I want an actual Wolverine where he just slices and dices people for the entire movie.
Well, see, Old Man Logan, obviously, I don't know if they know, but Old Man Logan's one of my favorite graphic novels. So I was really interested, I guess, in how they would, put that on screen when they don't own all the characters. They don't own Hulk, they don't own Red Skull, they don't own Venom, like all these characters that made, and you can see how they're adapting the script. Hawkeye, who is the main kind of partner with Old Man Logan the whole time, he goes through it, he's blind, and I think that's Patrick Stewart's Professor X.
Yeah.
But they're obviously taking the new Wolverine, which is X-23, the girl version who's a clone of Old Man Logan, or Logan Wolverine, whatever, and then we're taking the death of Wolverine's storyline.
I think it's gonna be awesome. But it's sad because it's gonna be
Hugh Jackman's last
last
reported.
Time we'll see how that goes. Robert Downey Jr. was supposed to give up the Iron Man mantle like 3 movies ago, I think.
Well, they're also talking, at least, who did the original X-Men? Bryan Singer?
Yes.
They're
I believe so.
Was it
I
Bryan
believe it was
Singer?
Bryan Singer.
Let's see.
That name rings bells. Pretty sure it was him that did the first one.
No.
Or X2.
But they're talking about doing like a final chapter with that cast, the old cast. Not the new cast where we got,
Are we going to get another Phoenix?
I hope not.
Yeah.
So far, they haven't made a good Phoenix, even in, Apocalypse.
Yeah.
She was okay, even though she's from Game of Thrones, and it's a great TV series, she was okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you end up you ended up watching X-Men Apocalypse?
Yeah,
right?
yeah. There's parts about it that I think were really well done, and there's parts that were okay, and I think that's really 2016 in a nutshell for super. Deadpool is the only one I think that stands out as the clear-cut winner.
Yeah, I think
Batman v Superman, there was mix. Suicide Squad mix. Civil War, I think you liked it more than I did. I thought it was not very good.
I liked it because there were parts of it where they're just like, they do the Marvel thing where they do fun stuff. You get to see Tony Stark flirting with Aunt May.
But there was, that part was great. Black Panther was great. Spider-Man was great.
Yeah, you get to
best
see the
Peter
fight
Parker
in the
of all time.
airport.
Yeah, best.
That's really fun. You get to see.
But why were they there? Why were they there?
Because they were going to go to...
Because Marvel wanted them there.
Exactly.
Ant-Man has no reason being there. Spider-Man has no reason being there.
Yeah, that was kind of a weird pull. They're like, did you get him? And then they pull him out of the van. And
he's like, I just spent the whole movie trying to get back to my daughter, but yeah, I'm totally down for, going back to being a criminal. Why is Hawkeye there? He was retired. He has no reason.
No one ever calls him Hawkeye. It's Hawkeye, Arrow Guy, Clint.
We have Tic Tac.
He never refers to himself as
Hawkeye.
He refers to himself as, hi, I'm Clint.
I'm Clint or Arrow.
Yeah.
Spider-Man calls him Arrow.
Yeah.
Like I said, first 30 minutes of that, mess. There is scenes where it's so chopped up.
You did not like the chase scene through the tunnels and stuff.
No, because there's so many cuts. There's a scene where Black Widow scissor throws a guy. I think there's at least 8 cuts in that scene. It's horrible. You don't need to cut something. Just film a guy being thrown.
No, I totally get that.
And
if we were to sit here and then we just cut it 1,000 times right now,
I think you guys would
really,
stop
really,
watching.
really annoying.
That first 30 minutes, I think they got better as the movie went on, but they were trying to make it seem fast-paced, I guess, because superheroes. But that's not what made Winter Soldier great, was it? They made it that spy thriller, kind of brought it back down to earth.
That's true, yeah.
And Civil War was like, no, we're going to go that superhero. It's so... I don't know. It's not Civil War.
I still really like the first Captain America, personally.
Captain America 1 is a better comic book movie than Civil War.
I just really like it because it really focuses on that time period.
Oh, yeah.
Him becoming Captain America, it kind of shows that he's actually a really good person. I mean, he does it all the time.
Well, and I remember when that came out, everyone was high on Thor, which Thor 1 is better than Thor 2.
Well, definitely.
But Captain America, I just thought was the better of the two. Thor 1 and Captain America. The first Avenger was definitely the better.
Yeah.
Like you said, the time frame and just following closer to the comics.
Yeah.
I think is what really brought us into that one.
Yeah. I definitely like that one.
Yeah.
A lot better than... Well, I mean, not a lot better than all
Winter Soldier wasn't bad.
I really like it because it just had more
it was
of
too
a grounded feeling to it, the first one. It's kind of like Deadpool. Deadpool is very systematic about what its story is.
Deadpool literally has 2 scenes, and that's what makes it brilliant. Is it has its kind of major movie scene where he's trying to get the bad guy, and then it has the scene leading up to that.
Yeah,
and that's what makes it so well done. Is they didn't need a whole story. They had him to just give his lines and be brilliant in them.
Oh yeah, I mean Ryan Reynolds kills it
in most parts outside of Green Lantern.
Pretty much.
Actually, it wasn't a bad Green Lantern.
No, it was just
as far as Hal Jordan.
Why have an entire CGI suit?
I'm just saying Gabriel Mott for Green Lantern, much better choice.
Yeah. For the love of God, I hope they do not do that in the new Green Lantern Corps movies.
I mean, if you could see Dustin right now, he's wearing a Riddler hat. Why would we CGI that onto him? I mean, that's just where we're getting at with this. Why would you CGI a suit onto a guy that you could easily just put a suit on?
True.
I mean,
although I really would like to CGI a Riddler suit onto Dustin.
Yeah.
And just see what that looks like.
We promise you, though, if we ever make a movie, we're not CGIing a Riddler suit onto Dustin.
I am.
Josh will. It'll be in the deleted bloopers or whatever you want to call them.
It'll just be like the after credit scene. Me just you
see him come out. He's like, "Oh, look at this Riddler suit. What is this?"
Guys, look, I'm so bulky and beefy. I never even had to work out for this part. I just came in my pajamas.
Dustin, did they just Photoshop Goldberg onto you? What's going on?
Pretty much.
What other comics? I mean, outside of Doctor Strange,
we got Old Man Logan. We got Doctor Strong.
Doctor Strong. Doctor Strange is okay. Okay, DC Universe Rebirth. I think that's what we're going to talk about next.
How are you liking Rebirth? I'm loving it.
I like most of it. If there's one series I have issues with, Harley? I think Harley. Yeah. Harley is a horrible series. And maybe that's just me. But issue 1, where it literally shows an alien escaping from his planet. Like, he's some teenage kind of like scum. He's just escaping from his parents. Like, haha, I did this, you know. He comes down to Earth, and the first thing he sees is a cattle. He becomes a cattle. And then they ground up the cattle. And he makes hot dogs, which in itself doesn't make sense.
All beef hot dogs.
All beef hot dogs, you know, doesn't make sense. And then it makes zombies, and it's just like, I felt like it was trying to be too Deadpool. And the new Harley is awful. I can't bring myself to read it.
It's very disappointing, honestly. I personally haven't read it, but that's because you told me it's awful. And so I'm like,
if you want to read it, I mean, I have them. I can't bring myself to look at them and take time to read them.
I just can't find.
What's great about DC Rebirth, though, and I think this is something me and Josh talked about, because I don't want to talk about Harley anymore because it's that bad.
Is it because it's got the Watchmen?
It's got the Watchmen in it, and that's something that I think DC fans have been wanting. Alan Moore and kind of the really hardcore Watchmen fans don't want.
Yeah,
but at the same time, you got to incorporate them because they are that universe. And I think, you know, I honestly did not get the Watchmen thing until the very end when he said, you know, when they were talking about Ozymandias. And I was like, oh crap, it's the Watchmen. And then he pulls out.
You know where I caught it?
The comedian.
That it was Watchmen?
Yeah. Was it the cover? Josh picked it out because it shows Dr. Manhattan touching Superman.
But, no, I'm just kidding. Okay, so I read it digitally before I got it physically because they ran out.
They did. DC Comics is selling like hotcakes.
If you haven't read the DC, if you guys have not read this, you're a DC fan.
You are hurting yourselves. Read this one.
But the first little bit here, which has a clock ticking, and he's explaining a clock.
Yeah.
This is the same speech that Dr. Manhattan talks about when his father gave him a watch.
You know, I didn't even catch that. That's
really?
what's, you know, as much as I love Watchmen, I did not catch that.
Yeah.
It kind of just
the day I graduated high school, my uncle gave me a watch, but, you know, it belonged to his father, so on. But yeah, he goes through and he tells about how he could take it apart, put it back together. But that's Watchmen.
This scene right here.
Oh, yeah.
Where Batman is holding the comedian's pen. And what is interesting about that scene is he is looking at a picture of the Joker. He has that Joker card hanging up into the Batcave. And he's like, what is that? What is hanging up right there? And he picks out the comedian button. Right now, one of the theories is one of the 3 Jokers, which if you read New 52 DC Rebirth, you know there's 3 Jokers. One of the 3 is the comedian, which would make sense because if you're going to say it's some shocking theory about who the Joker is, it can't be someone that's just like Joe Blow or you know, John Doe or something like that. It has to be someone that's impactful, and I think the comedian could be.
I think they wanted to go that direction. They wanted him to be a force. He just is. He exists.
Well, one of the you know, things that he talks about is he's an immortal god. From one of the Greek.
Yeah, they were saying he's like a Greek mythical god. Wonder Woman was.
What you see if in the Joker Endgame, there's the ghost stories,
and they're showing,
and that's one of the stories he tells is he's been around as long as good and evil because he's immortal. But at the end of the ghost stories, none of the stories are true. He just tells them to make people feel happy about their lives.
And you all know Matt Pat. He went through the 3 Joker theory. Yeah. And how he theorizes that it's the Gold Age, the Silver Age, and the Bronze / Modern Age. But okay, so your theory is that the comedian is one of the Jokers in the new.
It would make sense. Not just because I love the comedian, I love the Joker, and I love Jeffrey D. Morgan and everything. But yeah, I think that makes the most sense because you have to have someone impactful. If you're just gonna be like, it's Chevy Chase or something, someone, it's not. It's not
Oh
Chevy
my God,
Chase.
I would so watch a Batman movie with Chevy Chase as the Joker.
Okay, so if you say the Joker's Dustin Riley, no one's gonna understand that, and it's gonna make no sense. You
Right,
gotta,
just like right now.
yeah, right now. It makes sense to me and Josh because Dustin's sitting there right there. But for Batman to be like, oh God, no, really? And he understands who the three Jokers are. It has to be people. I mean, obviously, I think they're gonna keep, that original story, the Red Hood, and everything that Jack Nicholson was in Batman 1989. But I think one of them definitely could be the comedian, and it will tie in, the Watchmen and everything that goes with that. Because I know the new Batman series from 9, 10, and 11 on is supposed to start, integrating that Watchmen storyline.
So, if we have the Joker, and then we have
The comedian.
the comedian as the Joker, what's his third one?
The third one, it's the Endgame Joker.
Just the demon, the monster?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you read the Endgame storyline, I don't even think he knows who he is.
Yeah.
In the ghost stories, he gives 5, people from Arkham stories, and then he gives the Doctor one, and they all have different stories, and they all make sense to their delusional world. And so at the end, he says, I was just doing it to make you guys happy, so you knew the truth, who knew who I really was. And then he disappears, and he's like, I disappeared to the back of your brain where I really am from. And I think, definitely could be that immortal kind of spirit that might flow, that we might actually see in Gotham, which might be something good from Gotham, because I don't like Gotham, the TV show. I know you do, Josh, but...
I love it.
Josh
Gotham is amazing.
Josh loves the Gotham TV show, and I don't.
If you don't watch my channel, I rave about Gotham. Because Gotham is fucking nuts. It is... They literally were like, guys, we need a plan.
They literally went from, let's make Batman... The sole reason he became Batman is because low petty criminals killed his parents, and that's why he became Batman. And... because of Batman, increased the villains and made all the villains like these demonic beings, Penguin, Two-Face, Joker, Two-Face, Catwoman, Poison Ivy, all these made Batman, which just doesn't resonate with me.
I don't know. But I feel it's like they had a big bowl of everything. And then they're like, we don't know what to do with all this.
They're making spaghetti with enchiladas.
And they just threw it at a wall, and they're like, yeah.
Yeah, that might work, enchiladas, spaghetti, it's kind of the same.
Right. You mix it up, you put it in a blender, you throw in some stuff. It's insanity.
I don't like it. I mean, season 2 was okay. I liked Jerome. I think he did well, the actor who played Jerome as the Joker. I know they were like, he's not the Joker. He's definitely the Joker. They're going to find a way to bring him back.
They got ways. They've already established
the Lazarus Pit. I mean, something that's in the DC continuity. Yeah, definitely.
Although, in the DC continuity, Joker going into the Lazarus Pit actually made him sane.
Which is we could talk going sane, which is a story arc with the Joker. After he kills Batman, he goes super sane. Yeah. Which outside of Arkham Asylum, he actually goes sane. He gets cosmetic surgery, look normal, gets a wife. Then Batman comes back and he reverts. No, I mean, I don't know. I can't get into Gotham. I'm sorry, Josh. Flash on the other hand, me and Josh like. It's really good.
What about Legends of Tomorrow? Have you watched any of that?
No.
All right, so we have to marathon.
We're gonna marathon Legends of Tomorrow.
Here's your homework if you're joining us for the first time on Two Guys Talk Comics.
Which you probably are, because this is our first episode.
Here's your homework. If you dare take it, watch Flash, Arrow, Legends of Tomorrow, and Supergirl.
And Gotham if you want to.
Do watch Gotham as well.
I won't make you.
Just do it.
I won't make you.
Just do it.
It's okay. What are your 2 favorite Rebirths so far that you've read? Mine are Hellblazer and Red Hood.
Hellblazer and Red Hood. I honestly haven't gotten a chance to read Red Hood, but Hellblazer is knocking my socks off.
Hellblazer
right
is
now.
great.
Yeah.
What I like about Hellblazer and Red Hood is they don't rely on DC Universe Rebirth, which I know we say how great it is, but to make stories that don't rely on it, that you can just pick up and not have to read this.
I think a few of them are just kind of going with their own stories. They're like within the continuity of the new Rebirth universe.
Batman's not Flash. I mean, at least the first couple Flash, Batman wasn't. Because they were definitely going on with that. Flash definitely, because with the whole Wally stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And Batman, he was trying to go through and find out, what is this, where did it come from? Why is this smiley face pin with blood on it?
But with Batman, there's always some other evil.
No, I mean,
he's got to
there's
jump
Gotham,
into right now.
which is why.
There's his city, which is a mess.
There's City, and then there's the character Gotham, which...
Oh, yeah, sorry. Gotham, Gotham girl.
Me and Josh right away were like, he's the bad guy.
Yeah. As soon as they were like, we're Gotham, I'm like, you're evil.
Yeah, which it turned out one of them was evil, and one wasn't.
Yeah.
They're both dying. Claire, who's Gotham girl, is dying, and that's what leads to Batman number 9. Batman 9, you read today. What did you think of Batman 9?
I really liked it. I want to see what's coming with it.
Yeah, it definitely gave the feels, I think.
Yes, especially the ending where...
It made me think the Killing Joke, and it wasn't.
Yeah. But I'm really interested in what... I know you have 10. I haven't read 10.
I haven't read 10. I just got that today.
Oh, okay. But...
We're in the dark. We will bring that to you next time, though. We'll tell you kind of where we've gone.
I want to know what kind of Suicide Squad he requires. The Ventriloquist, Tweed, Tiger,
and
Catwoman,
who's not the Joker.
That whole scene,
man. The whole scene was Killing Joke, and obviously it was done to throw us off. I thought it was gonna be the Joker. It was almost panel for panel the Killing Joke. It was definitely word for word the Killing Joke, and then it was Catwoman.
Yeah.
So I mean, Joker's obviously still dead in this story. Which is weird. Rebirth, even though it started new, it's still New 52.
Well, New 52, you had Flashpoint, and then you had New 52 come in, and then now it's picking up the pieces from New 52. New 52 didn't pan out for them, and now is acting as a, mistake in the timeline.
Yeah.
That is now
which
being
was
trying to
really done by Dr. Manhattan. That's how they're getting away with that.
Although Dr. Manhattan can do anything.
Literally, Dr. Manhattan can beat anyone in any comic fight or any fight period with just his mind.
Yeah.
There's no one that can beat Dr. Manhattan.
You just and you're gone.
Do it.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Do it.
Oh, do you think they're gonna bring Rorschach into this universe, or do you think he's just gonna be dead forever?
I think Rorschach, comedian, are coming back.
I really hope so. I know some people have a problem with bringing the Watchmen into the DC, the actual universe and everything, and
I don't.
in with everyone. But
and this is actually something I talked with Josh a long time ago. I was trying to make some graphic novels, and I talked to you about bringing the Watchmen into the DC universe.
Yeah. What did I tell you?
You said the fans would shit their pants and not like it.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I think it's a great idea. I do.
Huh?
I think you have characters that people love, and you can work in and give a great story to, especially with this story that Dr. Manhattan is the reason behind New 52, the reason why Wally was gone and all this, and why Starfire wasn't with the Teen Titans and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I think you really have a lot to build off of. And if you have, Batman going up against Rorschach, meeting, Joker, Superman against, whoever you want, Ozymandias or whatever, I think you could have a good fight.
I just want to see any of them go up against Dr. Manhattan.
No one can go against Dr. Manhattan. That's the problem. He's too
wanna
powerful.
see that fight where they're like,
he
we have to
makes
take on-
Superman look not broken.
I know. But he is a big naked blue dude, so.
Only in the Zack Snyder version. Honestly, the comic, there's a lot less nudity.
I know. But then they made him giant, big, and naked. And that made him great.
And then the movie was rated R. Batman 9, though, I mean, I think we touched upon that.
Yeah. We were just talking about that. I don't understand the group that Batman's making.
They're going against Bane. Are they going against Bane, or is Bane going to help them? I mean, I think that's where we're kind of...
I feel like
we don't
it's
know.
to go
Look
up
at
against
Josh.
Bane.
Josh doesn't know. I don't know. We'll find out in Batman 10, which came out today, and we'll read it probably tomorrow, but
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll talk to you maybe Friday or whatever, whenever we give you our Doctor Strange podcast.
Yeah.
That's Josh. All right, so today we're going to do a segment where we talk other people's comics. This is Dustin's comic, Detective 822. Dustin, you want to come over here? Dustin's going to talk to you about it. Josh, what did you think about 822? It came out October 2006 by Paul Dini. We obviously all know Paul Dini and what he did with the animated series.
822 it's pretty good. It sets up when Riddler becomes a private detective.
Yeah.
And with Riddler, he's wanting to show off his prowess. Scoot on over, Dustin. Is this awkward for you?
Very.
Is it more awkward for you?
A little bit.
It's
How
more
about
awkward
now? Something I want
did
to
you
point
like
out, which is before we start. I
Your
know
favorite
it's-
part, I guess.
Yes, my favorite part is this little, snippet. What should we get? Look at this building. Definitely the Sears Tower. I know.
I swear that you're obsessed with that.
I'm obsessed with this because Gotham is definitely Chicago, and this is something I look at every comic.
Your obsession goes beyond like normal. It's like into that weird, like kind of like a sexual thing.
I love Chicago.
I've noticed, especially tonight.
Okay, so Dustin, 822. What did you think of it? Riddler.
Well, it was very interesting. It was my first ever comic. So, like, I don't normally read comics, never have until that one. And I don't like books, regular books. The only book series I've ever gotten into was the Harry Potter series. And then I got into the 822 as my first comic. And I feel like for a comic, it differentiates from an actual book because of the graphics mostly. The graphics has to grab me more than the story first, and this one had like excellent graphics, and then it went on to the story, and I was like blown away.
Good.
Very impressed. And it got me to
Anytime you
continue.
have the Sears Tower in your book, I think it's a A+ story.
Dustin is
course.
kind of like our little our science experiment. He's never read comics.
He's our guinea pig.
Yeah. So we were just slowly subjecting him to comic books to see what happens over a long period of time. I'm trying to see if he'll turn into like a
If he'll-
supervillain or something.
If he'll actually become the Riddler, that's like we're just forcing him on,
Just
some
like-
Riddler stories and see if he'll
We're
become.
gonna get him
the
a book
Riddler.
of riddles. We're gonna get
Start
him.
dressing him in green like bow ties and stuff
You know,
like that.
it still bothers me that people thought I was the Joker. Like, I don't understand.
How people thought you were the Joker in bright green question mark attire, I will never understand.
I'm like, it's confusing and bothersome.
It is bothersome to me because that is hurtful towards the Joker.
And that's like,
Yes.
it's one of
But-
the characters that I'm just getting into because I've just started the comics, and one of the reasons why I got into it was because of the movies that we're gonna do, and I was really excited, and I was really excited to dress up as it because of that. And then everybody's like, "Oh, you're the Joker. Tell me a joke." I'm like, "No, no."
You're the Joker. Tell me a joke.
Do you see this question mark right here? Clearly not the Joker.
I had a father, and I cut his throat out.
If I had two fathers, and one of them name was Pigeon, what would the other's name been?
Dead?
I don't know.
Dead pigeon?
Oh, the poor pigeon.
God!
Y'all are so violent towards the pigeon.
So yeah, those are the comics I think we talked about. I mean, we got a lot of indie comics that we got this week that we'll talk about next week and stuff like that.
Still need to read Moonshine.
Moonshine was great. Glitter Bomb was pretty good, but we'll talk about that next week.
Snot Girl was not good.
No, we'll have guests about Snot Girl. They did not like that.
I haven't read the Squirrel Girl stuff.
DC
not
Young
indie
Animals. I know it's DC still, but DC Young Animals I think has been surprisingly good. At least Doom Patrol 2.
Animosity?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Outside of when I was trying to watch the World Series, it was really good, you know?
Trying to read it. Cubs, they need to
Come
get
on, Cubs,
this
do not-
done. Come on.
Let's be honest, I couldn't focus on anything during that.
No.
It was quite obvious.
The entire time you were like, if they don't win, I'm going to start killing people.
And then I
So
cried
violent.
into Josh's arms like this. I was like, they won.
They won.
That did happen.
Yeah, that actually did happen. But thank you guys for joining us for our first episode of Two Guys Talk Comics. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you should subscribe to our channel. And make sure you tell your friends, because no one else is going to.
No. We
Except
reached
for
maybe
you.
like 5 people.
Yeah. We need you.
But if you guys have an idea and you want to hear us,
Yeah.
babble about some idea or some comic related subject,
Please leave it in the comment section, because we would love to talk about the things that you want to hear about.
Exactly.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. We will see you all next time.
Peace.